Welcome to my channel. My name is Sigbe. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to run biometric fingerprint enrollment and verification system in C#. Okay, so I have implemented four-fingerprint enrollment. That is, you can be able to capture four fingers. That's four fingerprint, the right thumb, the right index, the left thumb, and the left index. Okay, so previously I have designed similar software that will enable you to capture just one finger. Okay, but for this project I have been able to implemented for fingerprint enrollment, and then you can be able to verify with one of those captured fingers. Okay, so let me quickly show you one of these pictures. I think when I was testing the system. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like when you are capturing the fingerprint. Okay, so after you might have uploaded your image, so you can use webcam, or you can upload the image from your PC. Okay, so the registration number here is auto-generated, but you can change it to your preferred choice. You can make this text box editable if you want. All right, then you can enter your own registration number. So for the name, the phone number, the email, and the gender, these are some of the few details that we have decided to use. Okay, so we have the main picture. That's the fingerprint picture box right here, where if you scan your fingerprint it will appear, and then here we have a visual representation of each of the fingers that you have scanned. Okay, so this is the right thumb, the right index, and the left thumb, the left index, and then there's an indicator here to show if the finger has been captured or not. Okay, so let me quickly go back to our main screen. So currently, as we are on this page, you will notice that these fingers have not been captured. So that's why we have not captured for the right thumb, not captured for the right index, not captured for the left thumb, not captured for the left index finger. Okay, so we have a combo box right here. That's a drop down, if you like to call it that way, where you can easily select which fingers that you want to start with. Okay, so we have the right thumb, we have the right index, we have the left thumb and the left index. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how this thing works. Okay, so I'm just trying to take you through a quick snippet, okay, of what you should expect. So currently my device is connected to my PC. So before I tell you the models of the device, actually the device is Secugen, but I'm going to list out few models that this universal SDK supports. Okay, though I've tested a few of them, so you are free to test the one that you have. Okay, so here we have an an information, an info right there. Device initialized. Please select a finger and click enroll to begin. Okay, so guys, let me quickly take you to my guide where we have the some of the things that I expected you to know about this project. Okay, so you have the biometric fingerprint enrollment and verification system in C#, the language that we have used to, that I have used to develop this software is C#. And then the integrated development environment, that's the IDE, is Visual Studio. And then the database is SQL Server Express DB. Of course, the local DB that when you install Visual Studio, the local DB that you install alongside Visual Studio, that's what I've used. Okay, not Management Studio. Of course, you can modify the project if you want. All right, so we have four fingerprint enrollment. Okay, so I've been able to, implement four fingerprint, so you can scan, two fingers from the right hand and then two fingers from the left hand. Okay, so the hardware is Secugen, and then the Secugen models that are compatible with this project. So we have the compatible Secugen models, likely include. So we have, I think about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these models, but I have been able to test these two because that's the one that I have. Okay, so my client actually sent this one to me and I tested it and it's working. Okay, and then the Hamster Pro is the one that I have myself. So I've tested these two. All right, so you are free. If you have one of these other ones, you are free to test them because the Universal Secugen SDK that I'm using supports all of these scanners. Okay, so that's a quick one. Now let's go back to our project that is running. Okay, so I think I would need to show you how I got here. So let me quickly close this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to run this project from scratch. So I'm going to double click on the solution file right here. So it's going to open in Visual Studio 2022. So we are just going to wait for it to open. All right, so what I normally do is to scale my Visual Studio to 100%. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, so I'm just going to close this right here, and then I'm going to, restart my Visual Studio with 100% scaling. So that will, restart this Visual Studio window with 100% scaling. So I'm just going to wait for that one to open. All right, so I'm going to click on this guy to close it. All right, so without wasting much of your time, I'm going to click on the start right there on your toolbar. Okay, so if you don't want to use this option, you can go to your build and then build solution. All right, so I normally use this shortcut right there because it's easy and close by. Okay, so I'm going to click on start. Okay, so for the login, I have a very simple demo login credentials. So I'm going to copy this guy and paste it right there. Then I'm going to log in. Okay, so we are going to start with the fingerprint enrollment. And then once we are done with the fingerprint enrollment, and then we can do the verification. So I have already explained how this fingerprint enrollment works. Okay, so we have the right thumb, we have the right index, and then we have the left thumb, then we have the left index, and then of course the current status are not captured, and then we have um, a drop down right there that we are going to select which of the fingers that we want to capture first. Okay, so we have the right thumb, we have the right index, just like that. Then but we are going to start with the first one, just like the way it is arranged. Okay, so we have an indicator right here, device initialize. Please select a finger and click enroll to begin. Okay, so normally I always start with uploading my picture, and then before I fill my details, so this is going to be a demo details. Okay, because of course we are recording a video, so I'm going to click on upload. Okay, so I'm just going to look for any of these pictures right there. So these are going to be demo login credentials. So this one can be anything. Okay, so the gender is going to be male, and then we are going to before we start, I'm going to select this right thumb. So we are going to start enrolling our fingers from the right thumb. Okay, so we have an indicator right here. Selected finger, right thumb. This finger has not been captured, so we are going to start with the right thumb. Okay, so we have visual representation right here as a form of thumbnails for all the four fingers. So once we scan and we are done, the background, it will change from grayscale to green with the fingerprint image on top of it. Okay, just to indicate that that finger has been successfully scanned. All right, so now let's go ahead. Scanner has been connected, so let's go ahead and enroll fingers. Okay, so I need to click on the enroll finger. So after you have selected the finger that you want to enroll, okay, so just click on enroll fingerprint. All right, so I'm going to scan my right thumb. Okay, so that's the first one. So you're expected to scan the same finger about 3 times. Okay. So the right thumb enrolls successfully. Select another finger to continue or click done or click submit if done. Okay. So we have scanned that one. So you see the right thumb has been captured. That's why you see there's a green background on the fingerprint image right there. So we are going to click here and select the right index. Okay. So the selected finger, right index, this finger has not been captured. So we are going to click on enroll fingerprint. So we have the scan 1 of 3. We're going to scan. Okay. All right. So we have successfully scanned the right index finger. So the right index finger enroll successfully. Select another finger to continue or submit if done. So I'm going to click here and then select the right thumb. So we are going to, sorry, the left thumb. We have scanned the right thumb and the right index. We are going to scan the left thumb and the left index. So I'm going to select the left thumb. So I'm going to click on enroll fingerprint. So the left thumb has been enrolled successfully. I'm going to click here and then I'm going to select the left index. Okay, so the left index selected, I'm going to click on enroll fingerprint. I'm going to scan it. Okay, so now that we have successfully scanned all our four fingers, we are going to click on submit. Okay, so there's one thing I need to tell you. Even though I scan all the four fingerprints, you still have a choice. Okay, so the way I have designed this program to work, you can actually scan either just 2 fingers or just one or just three or all the four. Okay, so if you decide to scan all your four fingers, it's left for you. If you decide to scan just 3 fingers, it's left for you. If you decide to scan just two, you can, of course, do that. Okay, and you can use one of the enroll finger to do the verification. So I'm going to click on submit right here. So submitted successfully, and then I'm going to click on the close button. Okay. All right. So now we are going to test the verification. We are going to use we actually will test all the fingers that we have enrolled. Okay, to see how it works. So I'm going to click on verification right here. So device is ready and then verification active. Okay, so this is auto verification, right? So see, waiting for fingerprint placement right there, somewhere here. All right, waiting for fingerprint placement. The verification is a actually is a continuous one. All right. So if one person verify, the person moves, then the next person, it keep going like that. Okay. So actually, when once you're done with all the verification, then you can stop, the scanning, and then you close the form, or you can decide to close it from here if you like. Okay, so we are going to, I actually did something that indicates or detects which of the fingers were, which of the fingers was, verified. So you are going to see it right there. So I'm going to test the right thumb. So you see, match finger, that is the right thumb. Okay, so the details has been displayed correctly, and then the picture. Okay, so these details are for testing purpose. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to scan my, right index. Okay, so that's the right index. Okay, then I'm going to, okay, before we scan, try to test the left fingers, let's scan a particular finger that is not on our database. So no match found, see? So let's scan the left thumb. So that is the left thumb, okay? It has indicated right here that that's the left thumb, okay? That was verified. So I'm going to scan the left index. So that's the left index finger, okay? So if I scan another finger again that is not on our database, and then it shows that it shows right here, match not found, okay? Ready for next scan. So let's close the verification form. Let's go to enrollment. So for the enrollment, I have implemented duplicate fingerprint detection. Okay, so let's take for instance, you have already enrolled, and then you come back again for um, next enrollment. Okay, so if you are still going to scan all these the fingers that have already been enrolled, and then it's going to detect, let me scan that. So I've selected the right thumb, so I'm going to click on enroll fingerprint. So if I try to scan the finger that is, see that, so duplicate fingerprint found, matches with the record. That's, we have the ID right there, the name is this, clear to see bay, and the finger is the right thumb, see, then the match score is 199. Okay, so that is that. So if you still decided to test the right index, so it's still going to detect. So I've selected the right index, let me click on enroll fingerprint, and then you try to, you know, it will still detect. All right, it will detect and tell you that if you still want to go ahead and try the left, thumb, and then it's still going to detect duplicate fingerprint. So let me click here and then try to scan it. See, that's the left thumb. So every finger that you try to, scan that has already been scanned, it will detect the finger and then detect the person's ID, detect the person's name and the match score. Okay. So if you still proceed and still want to test the left index and you click on start enrollment, it will still detect it. See, that's the left index. All right. So typically, this is how the whole system works. All right. So you see that it is working very well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. You can actually like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click on the subscribe button, and then I'm going to leave my details in the video description. Okay, if you want to contact me or if you want to get the source code, I'm going to leave a guide on how to get it. You can check the video description, and you can also drop your comments if you have any questions, any contributions that you want to make. You can drop your comment. I'm going to check them out.